Stop right there. Ask yourself this: how many times have you been fooled, manipulated, or used without even realizing it? How often have people taken advantage of your trust? And what if I told you that everything you've been taught about being good is a trap? Society sells a lie. If you're kind, loyal, and honest, you're safe. The truth is brutal. Without strategy, you're prey. But today, you're about to learn the 10 ruthless laws that make you impossible to manipulate. Laws that the powerful have known for centuries but keep hidden from the masses. Use this knowledge wisely. This is for protection, not destruction. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments: I choose strategic intelligence over emotional reactivity. Machiavelli, the father of political strategy, understood human nature better than anyone. In The Prince, he revealed secrets that rulers, generals, and powerful men have used to dominate without mercy. Yet these truths are suppressed, hidden behind the masks of morality and politeness. You see, most people live their entire lives defenseless, walking into traps they can't see. That ends today. By the end of this video, you'll understand the laws that separate manipulators from the manipulated. We'll break it down numerically, 10 laws, each one a weapon. By learning them, you'll stop being prey and start controlling your world. You'll see reality as it is, not as society tells you it should be. Stay with me, because what I'm about to teach you is dangerous in the right hands and liberating in yours. Number 1, guard your perception. Here's the truth. Everyone is judging you constantly, and most people do it by what they see, not what you are. Machiavelli once said, "Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand." Here's what most people don't understand. Your appearance, your aura, your initial impression, these are weapons in themselves. You can't control what others do, but you can control what they believe about you. Manipulators exploit those who are predictable and transparent. Think about it this way. At work, a colleague tries to push you into a decision that benefits them. If you give in immediately, they see power. If you respond strategically, with calm and control, they pause. And that hesitation is your leverage. To apply this, start small. Observe your reactions. Control your expressions. Choose your words like a chess master. In every situation, ask, what do they see? What can I hide? What can I reveal to win? This doesn't mean you become fake or untrustworthy. It means you defend your mind and your influence. The paradox is, by controlling perception, you gain freedom. Use this knowledge to protect yourself, not to harm innocent people. Drop this affirmation in the comments: I protect my energy. Stay with me, because the next law will shift the way you handle influence forever. Number 2, leverage emotional blind spots. Here's a shocking fact. Humans are predictable. Their emotions are weapons if you know how to read them, and armor if you know how to hide yours. Machiavelli once said, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves." This is reality. Some people attack with brute force, others with subtle manipulation. Most people are blind to emotional traps. They overreact, get defensive, or fall for flattery. But you can turn this knowledge into a shield. Imagine this. Someone spreads a rumor to hurt you. The instinct is to react, to defend, to lash out. But think about it strategically. You can observe, understand their motive, and act in a way that neutralizes their attack without losing control. Here's how to use it. First, identify emotional triggers, both in yourself and in others. Second, pause before reacting. Third, respond in a way that changes the emotional dynamic. Control your own feelings and you control their reaction. The paradox? By appearing calm and detached, you actually gain influence. People assume you're unshakable, giving you power they never even realize they've handed over. Warning, do not use this to harm innocent people. This is about defense, awareness, and self-mastery. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I control my narrative.
And here's the next law. It's brutal, but it will make you untouchable if mastered. Number 3, exploit the power of scarcity. Here's the counterintuitive truth. People only value what they can't easily have. Most of us give our time, attention, and trust too freely. Machiavelli once said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are." This law is simple. Make yourself scarce. The more predictable and available you are, the more manipulators can exploit you. By being selective, you increase your value and your influence. Imagine this. You always say yes to requests. Your energy is drained and people take advantage. But if you start saying no strategically, controlling when and where you engage, people begin to respect your boundaries and even fear crossing them. Here's how to apply it. Create limits. Protect your time. Be deliberate with your presence and attention. Scarcity isn't selfishness, it's strategic defense. The paradox? Limiting yourself actually gives you more control over outcomes. You become the prize in a world full of opportunists. Use this to protect yourself, not to manipulate without cause. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I master strategic boundaries. Stay with me. The next law is the one manipulators fear most. Number 4, master the art of detachment. Here's the brutal truth. Most people are slaves to their emotions. Anger, desire, fear, they control every decision. If you allow this, you're an open target. Machiavelli once said, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Think about it. When someone attacks you, they expect a reaction. They want to see fear, panic, or rage. But detachment neutralizes their power. The calmer you are, the weaker they feel. The more composed you remain, the more control you hold. Here's what most people don't understand. Detachment isn't apathy. It's strategic observation. It's seeing the game clearly without letting emotions cloud your judgment. Imagine this. A friend spreads a lie to ruin your reputation. Most people would confront them emotionally, creating drama. You, however, remain detached. You observe, gather information, and act at the perfect moment, on your terms, not theirs. To apply this, practice observing your impulses. Pause before reacting. Ask yourself, what outcome serves me best? Respond from strategy, not emotion. Over time, detachment becomes a natural shield against manipulation. The paradox? People may mistake your calm for indifference, but it's actually power. You don't lose connection, you gain control. Warning: detachment should be used defensively, never to intentionally harm innocent people. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I act from strategy, not emotion. Now let's move to a law that ensures no one ever bends you to their will.
Number 5, control the narrative. Here's the truth most people ignore. Whoever tells the story controls reality. Machiavelli once said, "He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command." Think about it. Manipulators thrive when they define your reality for you. They spin stories, create false impressions, and make you react on their terms. If you don't control your narrative, you're a pawn. Imagine this. A coworker spreads a half-truth about a project you handled. If you stay silent, others accept their version. But by strategically shaping your story, calmly, factually, and confidently, you reclaim control and influence perception. Here's how to apply this. Speak deliberately, frame events carefully, and anticipate others' interpretations. Use transparency selectively and never give away more than necessary. Remember, silence can be as powerful as words. The paradox? By controlling your story, you actually increase trust. People admire those who are consistent, composed, and clear. They may not see your full power, but they feel it. Warning: this is about protecting your reputation and influence, not to manipulate innocence for selfish gain. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I control my narrative. Stay with me because the next law hits at the very core of deception. Number 6, anticipate hidden motives. Here's a harsh reality.
People rarely act without a hidden agenda. Naivety is the manipulator's best friend. Machiavelli once said, "Never was anything great achieved without danger." The danger isn't always obvious. Most people trust too quickly, assuming others share their values. But successful, strategic individuals anticipate hidden motives before they strike. This foresight is the difference between victor and victor. Imagine this. You're negotiating a deal. Everyone smiles and nods, but subtle cues reveal ulterior motives. Most people ignore them and get blindsided. But you spot the patterns, calculate the risks, and prepare your response. You aren't just reacting, you're dictating outcomes. Here's how to apply it. Study behavior, notice inconsistencies, and trust instincts over appearances. Ask questions that reveal intent. Think 3 steps ahead. Anticipation isn't paranoia, it's strategic defense. The paradox? Awareness doesn't make life cynical, it makes life survivable. Knowledge of motives gives freedom and safety, not fear. Warning: this is about self-protection. Don't weaponize this against innocence unnecessarily. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I see intentions clearly before they unfold. Now, the next law is subtle, but will make you untouchable in any social situation.
Number 7. Exploit timing ruthlessly. Here's what most people don't realize. Timing is everything. Acting too soon or too late gives others the advantage. Machiavelli once said, "Men judge generally more by the eye than by the hand." Here's the reality. Manipulators strike when you're unprepared. You strike when the timing favors them. Power is not just knowledge, it's execution at the perfect moment. Imagine this. In a high-stakes negotiation, if you reveal your position too early, you're cornered. Too late, and the opportunity is gone. Strategic timing ensures you control outcomes, not circumstances. To apply this, learn patience, read the room, and act deliberately. Observe patterns, anticipate reactions, and strike only when leverage is maximized. Timing is a weapon, and every situation has a window where power shifts. The paradox? Waiting doesn't mean weakness. It means you dominate the flow of events, turning patience into authority. Warning: timing should be used to protect your position, not to trap or harm innocent people unfairly. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I act only when power aligns with strategy. Stay with me. What's coming next will reveal why even the smartest people fall for manipulation. Number 8. Create controlled dependency. Here's a hidden truth. People manipulate most effectively when you rely on them. Dependence is weakness. Independence is power. Machiavelli once said, "Since love and fear can hardly exist together, if we must choose between them, it is far safer to be feared than loved." Most people give too much. Time, energy, trust. Manipulators exploit that generosity. But when you structure relationships so that others rely on you selectively, you invert the dynamic. You become indispensable without being enslaved. Imagine this. In a high-stakes negotiation, if someone tries to dominate decision-making, instead of yielding, you position yourself as the key source of information or skills. Suddenly, they need your input. They cannot manipulate what they depend on. To apply this, develop unique skills, control key resources, and make yourself valuable in ways that cannot be replaced. But remain selective. Don't let reliance become total dependency. The paradox? By being necessary yet independent, you command respect without overt force. Warning: use this law ethically. It's about protection, not exploitation. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I act only when power aligns with strategy. Stay with me. The next law will expose a brutal reality most people refuse to face. Number 9. Exploit the element of surprise. Here's the reality. Predictability is vulnerability. People manipulate those they can anticipate. Machiavelli once said, "The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present." Surprise isn't deception for its own sake, it's strategic unpredictability. If you act in ways no one expects, manipulators cannot read or control you. They're thrown off balance, and in chaos, power shifts to the prepared. Imagine this. A colleague expects you to respond immediately to every demand. Instead, you delay, observe, and then respond with insight. They never see it coming, and suddenly the power is yours. To apply this, vary your routines, withhold immediate reactions, and introduce unpredictability in strategic ways. But ensure your actions remain calculated, not reckless. The paradox? Unpredictability makes you a target only if uncalculated. Controlled surprise makes you untouchable. Warning: ethical use is key. The goal is defense and strategic advantage, not needless disruption. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I act with strategic unpredictability. Next, the final law, arguably the most powerful of all. Number 10. Own your boundaries relentlessly. Here's the unspoken truth. Those who cannot defend themselves are always manipulated. Boundaries aren't just etiquette, they are survival. Machiavelli once said, "A prince ought to take care that he never lets anything slip from his lips that is not replete with mercy, faithfulness, humanity, uprightness, and religion." This law is about defining where influence ends and control begins. Without clear boundaries, even the smartest strategies fail. People will push, test, and exploit until limits are enforced. Imagine this. Someone constantly encroaches on your time or energy. You set a firm boundary, no exceptions. Suddenly, attempts at manipulation fail. They learn you are immovable. To apply this, identify what you will and will not tolerate, communicate clearly, and force consistently. Boundaries are a weapon that protects your mind, your energy, and your autonomy. The paradox? Firm boundaries may seem harsh, but they invite respect. People respond to clarity, not weakness. Warning: use boundaries to protect, not to isolate yourself unnecessarily. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I enforce my boundaries without apology. Let's recap. You've learned 10 ruthless laws. Guard your perception. Leverage emotional blind spots. Exploit the power of scarcity. Master the art of detachment. Control the narrative. Anticipate hidden motives. Exploit timing ruthlessly. Create controlled dependency. Exploit the element of surprise. Own your boundaries relentlessly. By applying these laws, you transform from prey to strategist, from victim to someone no one can manipulate. So here's the real question. Will you continue being defenseless, reacting to every manipulation, or will you master these laws and reclaim control over your life? Remember, this knowledge is protective. It is not meant to harm innocence, but to defend yourself from those who would. Smart people use it ethically. If this video empowered you, hit that like button. If you want more strategies on dark psychology, Machiavellian tactics, and self-mastery, subscribe and ring the notification bell. Drop a comment and let me know, which law will you master first? Share this with someone who needs to see the truth. Drop this final affirmation in the comments. I am untouchable, strategic, and in control. Remember, knowledge is a weapon, perception is armor, and strategy is freedom. Do not be a sheep, be the shepherd. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.